How we experience grief is very unique and individual. This book, Pondering Grief, gives an opportunity for people to connect with their experience of loss, grief, change and transition. What this book offers is an abundance of ways in which to reflect on and explore grief in your own way and in your own time. The main feelings that arise for me throughout these pages are those that evoke feelings around spaciousness, simplicity and silence. These are the very conditions that support us when we're grieving to gain greater insights and new personal understandings. Since my sister died, I've been struck by the power of remembering, how it can connect me to our relationship, the things we did together, the things we shared, and the things I really miss. C.S. Lewis reminds us to love at all is to be vulnerable. And when you think about it, if we didn't love, we wouldn't grieve. My own pain during grief emerges in different ways. Sometimes it's like a dull ache, other times it catches my breath. Sometimes I feel it in my body as a longing, that sort of if only I could have one more conversation with him or her. We see images of the cycle of life all around us. Life is always changing. Change is dynamic. And I see that in myself as I transition towards whether it be a new phase in my life, in my project work, in my photography, in watching my children grow and shift and change. Change is all around us. I'm so grateful for the precious time I had with both my brother and sister before their deaths. And I feel very grateful for what grief has taught me over many years now, that being courage, strength and personal growth. In my experience as a counsellor and group facilitator, I continue, despite many years in this field, to be very struck by how the creative arts and images and words can support people in their attempts to integrate and understand their experience more deeply. In my own experience of using Pondering Grief, sometimes I'm drawn to words and images that hit a spot that resonate with me on a particular day or in a particular moment. And other times I find myself flicking over pages, moving away, recognising that at certain times I don't feel ready or in the mood to engage with a particular concept or word. It's much like the experience of grief itself. Sometimes we find a need to move towards our grief, while at other times we find a need to move away, to get a bit of distance, have a bit more space and a bit more time out.